Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. I'm going to present a case study on the Ronco's Privia plant, which is located in the Genoa region in Italy and is operated by Iren. So Iren was chosen as one of these top 5 smart water deployments for their strong engagement with the use of the Sentry system, for demonstrating their good understanding on the potential of this technology, and for the constructive and constant feedback that they have maintained since the installation of the sensors over a year ago. So congrats to Gianluca and Nicola for this. The municipality of Ronco operates a conventional wastewater treatment plant for the removal of organic matter, solids, and also nitrogen. It processes an average of 5,000 meters cubed per day, or 1.32 megagallons a day, which is also heavily influenced by precipitation events. Iren's main interest in acquiring this service or equipment was to better understand the organic loading entering the plant. And in addition, they also intended to use this data as a proxy to organic loading to process control. And for that purpose, they wanted to achieve a good correlation between the Sentry signal and any conventional monitoring parameter. So in this case, COD or BOD or TOC. For this specific deployment, Sentry offers 3 main benefits. So the first one would be proactive avoidance of upset events. If you know early enough what's coming in the plant, you can adjust the process to better face drastic changes in influent conditions. And for instance, you'll see in the image to the right that we detected 2 microbial imbalance events at the influent of the plant around February. And knowing that from this point of the influent to the biological reactor, there is at least 2 hours of window for operators to act. So there is where the benefit actually takes place. The second benefit would be baseline performance in place. And this means a real-time monitoring in the influent, which could be described in terms of conventional metrics, such as consumable COD, which is very intuitive for operators. This clearly removes some of the weight of operators' shoulders in terms of sampling. And this is linked to the third benefit, which is proxy measurements to support process optimization and reduction of sampling efforts. Okay, so all this sounds great, but what did we actually find? Well, in the first 4 months of this year of service with Iren, we were able to generate a correlation between COD and our Sentry signal of 78%. That was achieved through a sampling campaign that took place in February. But since then, we have verified all these. And you'll see in the image below, the orange line is the Sentry signal profile between February and September of this year. And the red points are COD results from manual sampling over those 6 months, sorry. So this confirms the potential of Sentry signal to reduce sampling efforts of the plant. So if you have a proxy to COD, you just need to target sampling to capture data during upset conditions or just for regulatory purposes, but no more than that. So 78% is very encouraging, as it is comparable or even better to other correlations that are used at the plant for nitrification automation. So with the Sentry data, we were able to find also some patterns of microbial activity that help the operators gain additional insight into the changing demands of the system. That with precipitation events of more than 20 millimeters of depth, the organic strength of the influent was significantly reduced. So we know that this kind of the threshold for the plant to act upon some precipitation events. And also, for example, we found that in a day, the variability of microbial activity can be as high as 25%. So the highest and the lowest activity set. So in feedback aeration control systems, such as the one that Iren uses at this plant, this high variability in organic strength of the influent increases the risk of under or over aeration of the system, which is linked to misuse of energy. So this is intrinsic risk of over or under aeration in feedback controls is related to the reactor HRT and the delay between set point triggering and aeration response. So we have shown Iren that supplementing this feedback strategy with a feed-forward one that is linked to Sentry data reduces this risk and would also bring energy cost savings of up to 24%. which is not insignificant, obviously. Sentry could estimate that just the reduction of sampling to just the most necessary one and avoidance of upset events, the plant has the potential savings of between 43,000 to 64,000 euros a year. Next steps and results. So far, the facility has already 2 layers of protection with the Sentry sensors at the influent of the plant. There are some changes that remain to be implemented in terms of sampling frequency reduction and integration of the Sentry signal in the SCADA of the plant to optimize these benefits that I explained. But as of now, the operators see significant potential in improving the reliability of the region automation system, which so far, according to them, is mediated by DO sensors that sometimes drift in signal over time due to clogging issues. So the Sentry and the Iren teams will continue to work together to bring more value to this plant with the good understanding that they have already gained of this technology. I see that Iren has in their hands a really good opportunity to facilitate the operation of not only these, but other plants in the region, and to leave behind some of that conventional reactive approach that we're used to in these plants and bring more proactive management